I want to talk about something, but I know that I need to discuss it very delicately because I know that it's a dangerous topic that has led to, let's just say, outbursts. And I want to have this conversation and avoid the outburst, and I just want to have it in a civil manner.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm just looking around. I'm just looking. I can look to the audience at home. I want to have a conversation to discuss something.
Does it have to do with spoiling parties?
But I'm afraid the reaction that might come as a result of this conversation, and this is a controversy, the likes of which this office has never seen before. Moments ago, we were preparing to do Mystery Crate, and we also have a coworker who's going to have a child, and we had a planned surprise baby shower. And before said planned baby shower, we were about 2 hours out from it at the time. This has been in the works for weeks now.
Many texts sent.
Texts have been sent. A lot has been going on behind the scenes to plan this and to have this be a successful surprise baby shower. And then a coworker of ours apparently received bad intel and went up to the person who's having the baby and the surprise baby shower and said, hey, gotta go. I'm not going to be here for the baby shower. Just wanted to, wish you the best or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then everybody who was around kind of froze because everybody knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And then that person immediately realized what happened and said, damn it, was it a surprise? Fuentes told me it was not a surprise, and this person knew. And immediately threw Fuentes under the bus, and the surprise was ruined. And Fuentes got very angry at the accusation that he ruined.
He did not get very angry.
He got very defensive.
Yeah, he did.
No, I didn't get defensive.
He got very defensive at the situation and the implication that he ruined the surprise baby shower and screamed out one of my favorite lines that I've heard in a long time here. I have like 3 lines that I've heard like this week that I loved. And Fuentes screamed out one of them just moments ago while not being angry and not being upset.
Not angry.
Or defensive.
It was welcome to Mystery Crate.
No.
Yeah, welcome to Mystery Crate.
No, what he screamed out was, we're 40 effing years old. Why are we still doing surprises?
You know what? You are absolutely right. Why are we still doing surprises, man? We're getting too old for this shit.
This place is obsessed with surprises. We have 4 birthday cakes a week, and every single one's like on the hush. It's like they know it's their birthday. You can just sing happy birthday.
For more context, it was Mike Ryan that ruined the surprise.
Well, I wasn't going to name names.
Wow.
Roy,
Context.
if you feel bad about not getting a birthday cake, I will tell you on your birthday, we sang happy birthday to Juju. So there was a cake on your birthday. You just weren't here.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
We were celebrating another birthday. And to Fuentes' point, right now in the fridge/freezer, we have 4 different cakes.
4 different cakes, yeah.
We have 4 cakes.
Now, I'm about to point something out, and I want to say that I could not care less that I didn't receive a baby shower here. But this is the first baby shower we've had in these parts.
Yeah.
A little unfair.
Yeah, we never had a baby.
We've had
one
many
for
a
Tony.
baby around these parts.
Apparently, it's a surprise.
I'm just saying, we're scheduling. Baby. Billy had a baby a couple years ago.
A year ago.
Where was that baby shower?
Yeah, I didn't have one. That's fine.
Yeah, that's my point either. I don't
Ungrateful
want
office
one.
We have.
2 within the past.
I am curious our decision for this one to be like, now we're doing a baby shower.
Well, this person's liked.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think you're liked.
You're not
so.
liked. Nobody's liked.
You're not liked.
I would say the issue that we're having now, though, is now that the precedent has been set. The precedent.
That's
has
what
been
I'm-
set,
Precedent, yeah.
And to my knowledge, we have 2 other babies on the way. So are we having 2 more
That's-
baby showers? Are we having
two more
surprises?
surprises.
That's
2
the
more
slippery
surprises.
Or
slope.
are we now going to have a joint baby shower moving forward? Like, how does this end?
I'm kind of good with all we're us not doing it. I'm good. I don't want to start the president. We're now
It's
doing
the president.
every time.
Yeah,
The
precedent.
president? Yeah,
What
the
I
I keep saying president.
President.
I know.
President's
I'm
on the mind.
I
though.
know.
There's a C.
Precedent.
There's a C. And
It's an
I
election
know I
year.
don't talk good. I know precedent.
well.
don't talk well.
I did that on purpose.
Okay, there you go. I'm just making sure.
That
Anyway.
one I know precedent.
So-
There's another baby coming?
Fuentes.
There's 2?
Yeah, Fuentes. Any apologies
Wow.
you feel are in order, or are you good? You
No.
feel like that was all cleaned up?
I'm not responsible for what other grown men say. So he went and his exact quote to me was, "I'm 99% sure that this isn't a surprise." So he already had it in his mind. It was not a surprise.
Yeah.
And then I responded to him. I said, "I am also 99.9% sure
Yes.
that it is not a
And you were
surprise."
wrong.
Because 1, I've never been to a baby shower or been involved in a baby shower in my life. To me, that's for other people.
Oh,
Yeah. So
this is
I've never been
Tony.
involved.
Tony, this is for other people.
Yeah, this is
thing.
for other people. I've never been involved in any baby shower festivities, planning, or any or things ever.
I mean, it's
Well,
not for the father.
yeah, exactly.
is-
it's not
excuse me.
my kid. You know,
Well,
whatever. So
I will say this. On Friday, we got a text. It was an invitation that was sent out. The invitation itself doesn't say anything, but the message underneath says, "Hi, everyone. We're throwing a surprise in all capital letters baby shower for, said person at the studio, blah, 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 date and time. There's a registry if you want. If not, you can get diapers, blah, 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 blah." And then some emojis, right? And then yesterday at 6:27 p.m., we got a reminder. Hello, all. Reminder, tomorrow is blank's surprise baby shower
Ooh.
at 2:30
That
in the
hurts,
studio.
Fuentes.
So we got a double surprise
He was
there.
still
in the
99%
mornings.
sure.
Yeah.
when someone asks me something,
Yes.
he can continue to do research.
Well, but you
I didn't
gave,
know I was this bastion of information for
Just- I
everyone's
think-
surprise thing.
You
Nearest
give
person.
off.
You do
You're
this a
the
lot.
nearest person,
You
aren't
do
you?
this a lot. You love to give helpful information.
Yeah.
You need to admit when you don't know something.
You give
I-
off
but I
bastion
thought I
of
did know.
information.
But that's my point. You always think you know kind of.
Yeah, I
that's,
thought I did know, but
Yeah.
it's not my responsibility if I'm going to go blabbing trying to leave early.
Well,
that
right.
I didn't say, "Hey, you haven't." Oh, sorry, gotta put that out.
I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, but
whatever.
I didn't. I don't have to say. Like, I didn't ruin the baby shower. I just gave some information. He could have asked somebody else. He could have checked the phone. He could have checked through his 3,000
They're shouting
group
yes,
messages.
you did from the other.
I
room
will.
right
I
now.
will say this. He was also then.
Yes, you did.
He was
Listen,
in.
Oh,
Grown men are responsible for their own actions.
Oh, a fight's happening.
we go.
Oh,
This
boy,
is
here
the
we go.
responsibility he was worried
we go.
about.
See, that's what I was trying to avoid.
One of the people that were playing this baby shower is into the room. That's Cynthia.
That's
First
fine.
of all,
But
first of all.
I didn't say anything about the baby shower. Mike said it. So whose fault is it?
You,
One of the mics.
If someone is asking you for information about something, give them the complete information.
Oh, so now I'm responsible
you
for
are
information that I don't.
You are responsible to
reminder.
answer
That's okay. So
properly.
he's
you
not
missed the
defensive
word.
about this.
You missed the word in there, and that was
when,
surprise.
when,
basically.
when Cynthia comes out to me and says, "Mike, is it okay for me to punch Ethan in the face?" I say, "Yeah, sure." And then she goes,
Sir,
and does
don't.
it. Is
You're
it still
doing
my
okay.
fault?
First of all,
Well,
you're
I think
you're
in that
deflecting
story
to something
we could
completely
say right before that.
to do with me.
Fuentes said for some reason that she could, even though he's not. That
It doesn't. It has
That'd
nothing to
be
do with me.
assault.
I did not ruin the surprise. Mike
Firing.
Ryan did. It's not my fault. He didn't follow up with somebody else.
Not
Basically,
defensive.
Mike Ryan's real.
Mike Ryan, but basically, yeah, sure. Mike Ryan's
Mike's real fuck up was asking me in the first place.
Well,
you needed
Should
a
ask
second
somebody else.
opinion.
Well, but
Yeah.
you do
Come
again.
on.
You give
We all-
off
we
the
all-
bastion of information.
Yes, but we all
and
know
now-
that Kristen and Cynthia are responsible for these things. Go ask them.
Well,
I love a good pie chart.
I just love the deflecting, and it's never anyone's specific fault.
no,
but
it's just not
it's
his.
still going to be a beautiful.
I didn't
it's
plan
gonna
a surprise
still be a
baby
beautiful-
shower.
He then got
Are we
mad.
sure about that?
Oh yeah,
I'm just a guess.
He was.
Right.
He was
It's
not.
never your fault. It's
right.
always
It's
everybody
not.
else.
He was.
No,
He
I
was
got it.
upset
Yeah,
about
totally.
the idea of group texting at one point as well, if I remember correctly.
And we were all very well behaved on that group text. No one
Way too many group
responded. It
texts.
didn't get crazy.
Well,
Right.
can I be honest with you? I didn't respond because I was worried that someone included
Correct.
him in it, and I was like, "There's a high probability there was an oversight, and he's on this group text, and it will be ruined in this group text."
Right.
So on the pie,
So you're
Luckily,
saying that
that was
he's
good.
going to be in a group text where they're talking about his surprise baby shower?
I
Well,
thought it was
sometimes that
entirely
happens.
possible. I thought it was entirely
happen.
possible.
You never
That's
know.
why I was like, a group text seems very dangerous with
So-
this situation.
It
This
is.
is a word of
It
mouth
is.
thing at best.
on
Yeah,
the pie
okay.
chart of blame. All
Yeah.
right, we got 10% for Cynthia and Kristen just for planning this thing.
Thank you.
10.
Then 40% Mike Ryan.
It's way closer to like
That's at least
80%
50%,
for
my
Ryan.
friend. That's 50%
No.
Well,
Mike
okay.
Fuentes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Chris. Chris gets it.
No, it's 70% Mike Ryan because he's the one that blew
'Cause
it.
if you
I'll
express
take
to Mike
I'll take
Ryan,
20%.
Mike-
And I didn't even say that I was 100% sure. I said I'm probably
You
at the
said
same level.
99,
as
said
which is close to
99%
100.
That's what he
You
had
said
said.
99.
There
All
was
you
the
need-
there
But
was
there's a
that
margin.
wiggle room.
There's a margin for error.
Exactly
One
right.
sentence to Mike
He's
Ryan
right.
of I don't know.
Or
I'll take
how about
2%.
he doesn't
When you
ask
say
me.
99% sure, you're sure. Like
He doesn't. I'm not sure. I'm
Billy, can you do me a
99.9%
favor?
sure.
Can you
That's-
reread
that's
the
not
very
the same.
first sentence of that text message?
It was
thread?
all capitalized.
And when,
the word
and
surprise.
bold.
and when was that sent?
In
Friday.
gold.
And
Friday.
when was it resent again?
And then there was
Last
one
night.
yesterday also.
Okay, thank you. So fuck off.
Whoa, that's not
Okay, well, there you go.
necessary.
There you go.
That's
No,
not
very
nice.
I think it is
Now-
very necessary.
necessary.
Super
Had-
necessary.
Had he just seen the
He told me to fuck off earlier, so why can't I say it
Oh,
back?
I did not tell you to fuck
Yes,
off.
you did.
Sports.
That's even more egregious than the
Hey
other.
guys,
no,
How?
it's a fuck off.
You don't always remember everything you say.
Mark it.
I just want you to know.
Hey, but you know what, guys? I'm
Nah.
done with surprises. I'm done with the
Why?
surprises.
No more surprises.
You said
Why?
it. There's 5 cakes in the freezer
no,
right now.
he's mad.
Why?
He's
He's
mad.
5 cakes.
He's upset.
I don't think anyone's directly blaming you.
I mean,
And-
I shouldn't have any blame. I'll give
Well,
myself. I'll give
see, but
myself
that's-
20. I'll give myself 20% for having false information.
Well,
Okay.
Oh,
no,
no,
yeah.
I will
not
claim-
false
I will
information.
claim
You
20%.
provided
Providing
not
false
complete.
Misinformation.
You complete.
Yeah.
You did not
False
complete the
information.
information.
This is what happens. On Twitter, this doesn't happen anymore. Community notes. Somebody should have community noted me.
Yeah.
Well, when it well,
It's never your fault.
Can I ask you something? When did this conversation between the two of you happen? Because no one saw that happen. Because had someone seen that, then the correction could have been made immediately. Like, when did he ask you, "Is this a surprise?"
It was like right before he went over there, maybe 5 minutes before he went over there.
Okay, well
Okay.
then this needs to be investigated because you were at the community table and there were a lot of people around. See, I was over by the person who's having the party, and I will admit I didn't do a great job because it was me, it was Taylor, and it was Thomas sitting around this person, and then the surprise was ruined. And all of us immediately froze up and just looked at him like,
Yeah,
oh
you guys
no,
are terrible,
what just
terrible
happened?
under pressure.
I knew
Well, no,
something was
'cause
wrong.
It was odd because he's just like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be able to make it. And then we all like kind of looked up and we're like, no, stop talking. Like, stop talking. But like, can't say like, stop talking. And then he was like, what do you mean? Like, when he's like, for the baby shower. And then he's like, wait, what? And then instead of anyone like kind of stepping in, and at that point it's gone, right? Like, we've lost it.
Yeah.
But he just immediately goes, did Mike Fuentes give me the wrong information? And immediately threw Mike Fuentes under the bus. And he goes, was this a surprise? Mike Fuentes give me the wrong information.
Is
That's a deflection.
Is our coworker who's here and the surprise was ruined for? Is the mom to be the wife? Did she know about this?
Yes.
She
She's
was
coming.
She was,
Gonna be
she was
here.
part of it.
I got news for
So
all of
why
you.
would I
I
think-
got news for all of you. He knew.
Exactly. So,
No.
No, he did
No,
not.
I'm
know.
telling you,
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
play like he didn't
No,
know.
because we know
You got-
how this
that's-
person
You
is.
guys know how
No.
marriages work? I'm
That's
telling
what-
you.
Hold on.
He knew.
that's what got
No.
me.
We
okay,
we asked him. We said,
because-
"Did you know?"
I know,
Back
of course,
channels,
of course
no.
he's going to
No, this person
protect
would
his
tell
wife.
us.
No,
No, this person would
back
tell
channels
us.
were worse.
No.
You guys
to
don't know how
ensure-
marriages work. You don't
No.
undercut your
Back
wife.
channels-
His
Here's
wife
a-
said to him, "If you tell them that I told you this."
No, back channels were worked, and I will
Billy?
I will also say this. And
You know how many times you guys have been laying in bed like, all right, so
Okay,
Yes,
no.
yes, you're not
Like,
wrong.
couples
in that
share everything
theory.
with each other.
No.
And here's another thing.
No,
How
because then
often-
affairs wouldn't exist.
How,
Oh, okay, there
how
you go.
often is the said
Jesus.
individual here at the time that this is taking place? Unless he's in meetings, he's not here at that time.
Okay.
So all of a sudden he's sitting around for an
Well,
extra 2.5
the
hours.
So-
original issue was it was supposed to be on a Friday, and then it had to be figured out if he's not here on a lot of Fridays, how do we make this happen? And I will also say this to the point that he did not know is many discussions in the idea or the ideation of this surprise, it was discussed. He will not like this. He will hate this
Exactly.
happening.
Because he hates surprises.
And then we said, yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be so much better
being the
that
center
way.
of
That's
attention.
why it's going to be even better.
Yeah.
We
because he's
worked
going
with
to
his
hate
wife
this.
and figured it out
Yeah.
and had a whole thing.
I get
And
it.
we even
I
had
get
others.
it. You guys are adorable that you think she didn't tell him. It's
She
fun.
did. She,
No.
She does not. She didn't.
I get it.
I feel like she would
But I
want
get
to
what
see
you're
him
saying.
be
that could be
embarrassed.
covered up. Like
Well,
he
I-
could know. He could come
No,
in
I-
here and say he didn't.
I think she would want him to be embarrassed.
Right. No,
She
that's
did, and
true.
she was part. She
the fact
wanted that.
I could picture him hating it. So that
Correct.
part I will maybe give
Yeah.
you guys it.
Anyway, so
Anyways.
Anyway.
So there you go.
no more surprises.
Baby
I
shower
suppose,
gate.
moving forward.
You're
So
welcome,
do
Mr.
we
Craig.
just do we
It's for
just
Dan.
do we?
Kidding, obviously.
Ooh, that would be
I mean,
fun.
that's some
But for
inside
just a
info.
half a second, the entire audience freaked out.
When's your surprise baby shower?
Is that the third one? We mentioned a third.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
Tony's
yeah,
got.
No. Yeah, just tell them Tony's
Why
the
not?
baby shower.
Hey,
is-
I
yeah,
plan
tell
on
them,
having a
tell
kid
them.
in the next 2 years. Can you guys plan the surprise baby shower?
No.
for that one
See,
too?
like I didn't know if it was public information that your was having a kid. That's why I
They're all
wasn't
gonna get
saying names.
They're all gonna get bleeped out.
You're going to
Okay.
bleep all of them?
Well, I mean, now they know the relation to you. So
He'll bleep out that he's.
But don't
we
bleep
should-
out Dan.
Can I tell you something?
A lot
we
of
should,
bleeps.
and I don't think a lot of people agree with me on this. I feel like you're going to become an uncle, so you should get a surprise as well in that baby shower.
I should
You know
have
what I mean?
a surprise uncle shower.
Yeah, that's
Can
what
we
I'm
get Kristen
thinking.
on it?
It's not how that works.
Well, I'm already an uncle. He has one already. so-
I know, but you're going to be
get a
again. It's a
six-pack.
great, wonderful, thing. You don't seem to feel any remorse or bad at all.
Absolutely.
About
No,
what
he is
happened.
standing 10 toes down.
I did nothing
on this
wrong,
one.
so why would
he
I-
thinks he's.
We're
he's
getting
not-
a glimpse
he's
of what
not
it would be
taking
like to
anything.
date Mike Fuentes right now.
I'd rock your world.
I'm just
Yeah,
like.
rock it with annoyance and.
Do you never? You're never like
Yeah.
you're just not wrong on things.
Some people are just not, I'm sorry,
I'm not
people.
saying I was wrong that I gave the wrong information, but I don't blame myself for
But-
someone else ruining
Right,
something.
here's
Definitely on that
here's
one.
the issue. Here's
Dude, do you hear that? What you just said?
I don't blame myself for
Say it,
him
think
ruining a
secret.
surprise. No,
here's the issue.
I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry I got
if
crossed up.
you
I'm sorry
give information
that my
to
whole
somebody-
life is not consumed by when this said individual.
But you
I do.
understand.
That's why when Mike asks you, you say, "I'm not sure, dude." Ask someone
I
else.
took-
To Fuentes'
because-
defense, though.
You said I'm 99.9% sure.
I said I'm not really sure. Like yes, I don't think it is because I had heard the thing about coming in. I'm like, why would believe that too? Like,
Believe that
why would she
one.
come
Oh,
in?
my
And,
God.
you know, so yeah, it's a mess.
but you understand why you sound defensive, right?
Well, yeah, because I keep anybody who gets accused of something they didn't do is going to get defensive.
But you did do it.
Imagine how ridiculous they sound when they did do it.
I'm being blamed.
Right, you did do this.
I didn't ruin the surprise though.
No,
I
You
didn't.
gave him the information that ruined the
an
surprise.
accomplice.
You were the offensive coordinator of the
If I tell somebody where you are and they come harm you, it's not my fault that they harmed you. Like
That's
my God.
that's
Someone that
also-
didn't know where I was?
I think legally maybe
no, if I know they're going to harm you and I tell them where you are, yes, now it's my fault. But if I don't know their intentions, how is that my fault?
I would also.
I'm not responsible
Do
for their
you
actions.
hear yourself
But
right
you
now?
know
Some
why
gymnastics being done.
You
right
know
here.
why? Well, you should probably talk about something
Really
else.
not that hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
you,
I don't
you're
know, I don't know why
really
everybody's like
struggling, and I
shocked.
want to help.
There's
We
no
should-
struggling.
we should
I'm
talk-
trying to help.
There's
we
no
should talk- we should
struggling.
talk
This
about something
country
else.
is divided.
Struggling.
I will.
We gotta come together.
I will
man.
say this.
Did you,
together.
did you welcome the people?
I
to
didn't.
Mr. Craig
When am
already?
I,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
am
we
I
did,
responsible
yeah.
for another grown man's actions? I don't understand.
I'm
this.
just.
You're
okay.
just loud and wrong at
No,
this
it's-
point. But
My
it's okay.
concern,
Sorry.
my concern beyond the ruining of the party is just bigger picture. I'm a little concerned that now, when on this show and other shows, you give facts that people will now question them and possibly doubt
They
the
do that no matter
information
what.
you're giving.
The
No, I
fans,
know,
the
but-
fans are furious when I know something. They're like,
Well-
"Oh my god!"
But that's
Hey guys, the sun rose this morning. Oh, this guy thinks he knows everything.
Welcome to the party.
Well,
pal.
well, you know 99% of that, right?
But that's what I'm saying.
New York
that-
is in the state of New York. Oh, this guy's a know-it-all.
But
know?
okay, but the thing that concerns me is that you said this with 99.9 or 99% certainty, and it ended up being the wrong information.
The 1%.
And now that's why he went to
0.1%
you
is what I said.
because you're,
0.1%.
you're one of the many beacons of information here. So you were trusted, and I'm concerned now. If I'm looking back, do I start questioning things that you told me were a certainty in the past?
Well, as just like Mike Ryan, you're your own man. You have to make your own decisions, and they come with their own consequences. But that's okay. I'll just
But
throw
I-
them on someone else next
I
time.
want to trust you.
boy.
I want to trust that what you're saying is true.
Billy, you can make your own decisions. You can trust me or you can not.
You could also get the information right and give it out
I
properly.
didn't know I was
There's
responsible for that, but that's fine.
Second
Well, you know.
opinion.
That's fine. Next time, don't include me in any text about any baby showers.
God,
There
now
you
you're
go.
being a
Perfect.
baby about
Yes.
it. My
It's worked out
God.
better than I thought.
Shower for you.
Are you going to the baby shower? Were you
No.
planning on going to the baby shower?
He was gonna.
Yes, I consider this person a friend.
Why you talk like that? What human talks like that?
Well, I'm trying not to mention his
Not
name.
saying his name.
Every
He's trying to avoid the
every
name.
time we
He's trying
mention
to
his
avoid the
name, it's more work for me. So I'm trying not to do
Yeah.
that.
Did you get him a gift?
But
No.
I'm going to pull a Chris Cody and buy it 2 seconds from now.
Okay.
Before the party.
I will say this.
There's a registry. so
I will.
I'm good.
I will say this, and I probably said too much, and I don't know that we'll be friends
you did.
after this because I've said a lot.
You did. Yeah.
I will say this: we were, and you may feel somewhat exonerated by this. We were trending towards this getting ruined because earlier in the day I was told by him, someone bought me something off of my registry. How did they find that? And I was like,
This is proving Chris
we're
Cody's
changing
point.
the subject. Like
is
I was
proving Chris
immediately like,
Cody's point.
okay, it's time to change the subject. I
not.
didn't say it,
It
but
is.
I did change the subject. But I was like, ooh boy, like someone jumped the gun on that and got
You know,
him
I've
something.
I've
way
already-
That's
too
why I
soon.
waited to the last
Someone
second.
got him something before the party started, and I had asked him for that registry. So I think he was asking how this person
How
got
would
it.
they get it from you? Yeah.
If they got it from me, but I played it, I think, cool enough that he's like, did they just Google it? Did they look it up? I'm like, I guess they must have. I don't know. They
Oh,
found
nobody
it
asked
somehow.
his wife.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah, I definitely have already bought a present off that registry, but if you guys want to send me the registry just so that I can be sure to
But
send
it's
it
on
to
the
the other
invitation that you
employees
guys are not reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just
on
in
there,
case.
in the invitation on
I can forward it to the people who didn't
Well, I was
get
under
it.
the
Right.
impression that we were just going to do a collection and buy him like one.
That's
big
what I thought.
Group thing.
Some diapers.
Before
And
I
then
bought
when
my
they-
own
That was the
individual.
initial-
When they added the registry, I was like, well, I guess we're not going to do that. So then I immediately rushed and got a present from the registry because here's the thing about registries.
I hate them.
Slim pickings.
Yeah,
you
well,
gotta
you gotta
go.
act
You
fast.
gotta go quick
You gotta
because
act
if
fast,
not,
yeah.
I got like the last thing on there.
yeah, you gotta go quick because they go fast.
But babies,
diapers are
babies,
great.
Yeah, babies are easy. You just drop off a pallet of diapers and that's it.
A pallet?
Yeah, they're gonna get through them.
Are
all.
you 99% sure about
You
that?
give that advice.
I'm
and it said
99%
there- it
sure that
said
you don't
no.
I mean,
need
you
to talk
got,
anymore.
you got 3 fathers in here who know that diapers will.
Okay, if you're listening to this, by the way, and you're going to attend a baby shower, you have a friend or family or coworker or whatever that's going to have a child, and you're going to get diapers, I have a recommendation for you. Don't get a size 0 or a newborn because
Never.
some babies are born large.
Yeah.
So you may give them diapers that they will never fit in.
Play the
It's
long
always,
game.
It's always better to get like a higher up number or like a gift card or something to get the diapers because they're
They'll
going to
grow
grow
into
into them. If you get them too small, thinking like, oh, these will be like, they're going to need this right away. Sometimes the babies are too big for the
Is
sizes.
kids clothing gift card a good gift? Like if I buy them like a Carter's gift card for like
Yeah.
$100, right? That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, ooh, that's generous. Is that because you feel bad for ruining the
No,
party?
I don't give a fuck about the baby shower anymore.
Whoa.
The party ruiner always
Come
wants to
on,
get the
man.
biggest
I mean, you
gift.
care about the baby, just not.
Oh, then I
the
hope Mike Ryan opens up that wallet because if he ruined this party, let me tell you.
Is that your standard like gift, $100?
No, I don't. I just pick the number. I have a feeling baby clothes is expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
depends where you
and
get
then
them.
and then you have to always buy, right? Because like
Yeah.
they grow out of that. They grow out
especially
of
from
that.
Carter's. Oh boy.
Yeah, you should when you're giving out diapers, you should definitely do the combo of diapers with the wipes. You want to put them together.
Yeah.
Why not?
Diapers are expensive.
Yes, and so are wipes.
Diapers are
But
expensive.
it'd be nice to do both at one time.
We're all
Yeah,
wet
nice
wipe
little
guys
combo,
here, right?
For ourselves?
Yes, for yourself.
Whatever.
That's something I grew into.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was like in high school, I don't remember doing that.
Weird because you started with it and then you grew out of it and then you grew
Correct.
back into it.
And then when you get older, right before the end, you're probably doing it again.
Well, you probably don't have a pause between now and then. Not that you're old and you're near the end, but
That's
if
true.
you're using the wet wipes now and you're going to use them
Oh,
when you're like an old person.
you continue to use them.
Yeah, I don't think that I think that your dry spell of wet wipes is done.
Kids nowadays just live their whole lives
Wet wiping it.
wet wiping it. What a time.
I know.
Lucky.
Technology.
Not at the flushable. Yeah, technology.
I still wouldn't
Not
flush
really
them. Don't
flushable.
flush them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says flushable.
It
Don't
says
flush
so.
them. Yeah.
I'm trying to just.
I mean,
wanna
you gonna throw them in the garbage, the bathroom?
I have something to say on this topic, but I feel like it's a little too graphic.
What is
so I'm
it?
going to let it.
You talk about poop all the time.
Yeah, it's
I think
not-
that there are some poops, though, that call for a non-wet wipe.
You're right.
There are some times where I prefer
Toilet paper?
That's why I have a bathroom where I have, regular toilet paper.
But you don't do both?
I generally go wet wipe only.
Right off the top.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just wet. But there are some like this is gonna get disgusting. Like the
Well, you could
If you
just-
have, like, diarrhea, like-
Sometimes you use
diarrhea,
wet,
the
sometimes you
the
use dry.
free flowing.
Yes.
That's
No,
I like
we get it.
the dry toilet paper there.
Consistency
But-
is liquid.
All right.
You really don't do both. I
We're
start
good.
I do the dry, then I go to the wet, and then sometimes I go back to the dry. If I'm really battling.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I just take a shower.
Really?
Yeah.
No, why? So
what do you do, like, at a
you're cleaning
baseball?
your ass for the first time with your loofah?
No, afterwards.
Ooh, that's a dangerous game.
That's why you got to have your ass loofah. I've taught you guys this.
Yeah. I have to tell some people it's like
Why do we talk about this so much?
I tried to.
I mean,
You
it's
tried
content.
to avoid it.
It's in the
I
content.
tried
It's
to-
content.
Well, we
Does
brought
this
up
happen in
wipes.
normal. Like, do you guys do this like with your friends outside of here?
I'm pretty
No.
open. I'm pretty open.
Sometimes.
I'll talk poop with my friends.
No.
Well, you're in a
Not at
chat.
Right. Well, that's just sharing when you poop.
Right.
We rarely get into
I
detail
don't.
there.
This doesn't really come.
you know,
up
but
much.
that actually might help you, like in a medical sense later. If your doctor's like, "Hey,
Right. How regular are you? I
have
can tell
you
you.
have a chart."
I've been bad about.
And then he'll look at it and be like, "Is that comedian Brad Williams?" And
I'll
you'd be
go like
"Shit."
4 or 5 days without reporting, and then like the group chat will be like, "Chris, are you pooping? What's wrong?"
They ask you.
And like, yeah, we will check in. If somebody goes like a week, and then that person usually is like, "Hey, sorry, I didn't report. I pooped on Tuesday."
This is weird.
A little bit of a privacy issue.
Yeah, that's true.
But you share what you want or not.
So then it's not an accurate record.
Right. It can be. It's up to you.
I like freedom in my poop chat if I had the chance.
Right.
A little freedom.
Jeremy?
I was buying a gift off the register.
Yeah. What'd you
there
get?
you go.
What'd you settle for?
I got mittens, little
Wait,
baby mittens.
He just bought mittens.
I just literally it was available on the registry. Did we
check-
both do the
did you
same
check
thing?
it off?
I'll
Yeah,
return
those
it.
nails
You get a
could be
You didn't check
confirmation.
off that you
gotta
bought it
check
because
it
I just
off.
checked it off that I bought it.
Oh, Chris, you ruined the baby.
I bought it
boy.
first. My
Oh
shit's
my
gonna
God.
fucking get there.
I got
We're gonna find out through Amazon Prime who gets it
no.
first. This might be a competition for
I'm
us,
gonna
and then a
text
return.
entire baby
Yeah, I got
shower.
I already did it. They
is
already got a
ruined.
message from me
Yeah,
on the
text
on the
Kluger
thing.
my
It's already there. It's
no.
done.
How about we all just buy mittens?
We're gonna find out, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to the purchased ones, and I'm gonna find out the names.
here we go.
Interesting. All purchased gifts, and the 2-pack of mittens says purchased by you. So by you, I mean like it's
Me,
telling me
Jeremy.
Jeremy. It's purchased by me.
Wow.
Wow, you got-
Did you get a
this is
different color?
interesting.
Can I say something else that
I did not mean
I
to
don't
do
know if
that.
you can.
Did you say it out loud that you had bought the mittens?
No.
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 Okay,
he
so then
wasn't-
I
he
wasn't
don't
specific,
feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
that does make me feel better.
can I say something that I was and I wonder what the protocol on this is
Give him a
and
lot
tell
of
me
mittens.
what you guys think. My wife told me I couldn't do it, right? So I was looking at the registry and I saw an item that was on there. And then I went on the website to buy said item. And then I changed the color of the item and I saw it was like $20 cheaper. And I was like,
heady play.
I might get this in a different color.
Yeah.
I might. And she said, you absolutely cannot do that. I go, but it's $20 cheaper.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like, If we go from like a navy to like a gray, what's the big difference? It's like the color of the tassels on something. It could very easily pass this off.
Classic Cougs,
Oopsie
getting the
daisy
bougie color.
I made a mistake. I clicked the wrong color. Whatever.
They shipped the wrong one. I didn't have time to change.
This
Exactly
one's-
right.
This one's $20 more.
I didn't want to be late.
I ended up not doing it. And she's like, "You absolutely can't just decide which version of you want." And I'm like, "I don't. It's a gift. I mean, I feel beggars can't be choosers. You know,
Either likes it or he doesn't.
Exactly right.
It's that time in the show, guys. It's time for.
You betcha.
Thank you.
You betcha.
You betcha.
Betcha.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. You Betcha is presented by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Damn it.
This office is really big on like these one-run totals lately. Lewis talked about it on
Lewis.
Tony's show for like
First
half
inning?
an hour
First
yesterday.
inning?
Yeah, first inning totals.
Yeah.
So I've been parlaying them because the odds really aren't that great all the time. So on Saturday, we're going to take the Los Angeles Angels at the Oakland Athletics. Those teams are terrible, so we'll do the under there. And then Mets at the Marlins. I'm a little scared of the Marlins, but the odds will probably be better. So we're going to parlay those two together, and that's You Betcha. Under one run total.
You betcha.
I'm really not trying.
In the first inning.
In the first inning.
I'm not trying to do a Jason Whitlock thing where I expose myself.
Yeah, please don't
by
do a
talking
Jason
about
Whitlock.
like my algorithm and things that I scroll past and being like, man, this is crazy. Why are they doing that?
Where is this going?
My algorithm's telling me that I need to have better sex. Do you guys get these?
Again, Blue Chew ads.
That like the stuff where it's like, take this pill, and all
Yeah,
of
I
a sudden
do.
she'll be climbing all over
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You're getting the Hims ads.
I'm getting just
Yeah.
like it's a lot, and it's got me like questioning like, is my wife talking to my phone like when we're not around?
No.
Just like searching on the Wi-Fi.
Like, how does my phone know
That you're bad.
That you're
at it.
that
having-
I'm
having a problem in the
Because I'm
bedroom?
telling you.
Do you think it was
gonna
the sex therapist?
I'm gonna start bringing my phone in the bedroom so it can know.
This guy's doing all right.
I feel like this phone. I feel like I leave it out in the kitchen too much, and it's just like,
I think I know why that's happening.
why?
It's because it reads your Instagram profile and it sees that you're in your mid 30s and you're a man.
Okay.
And around that time, guys start having
That's why I'm
issues.
asking if like you guys are getting.
You should
I
make
am.
a sex
I am for
tape.
sure.
I
That way your phone will know for sure.
Yeah, and then you just accidentally leak it, and then people can see how good you are.
I mean, I've heard worse ideas.
It's worked in the past. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe you could be the next, like celebrity.
I just scrolled by it like literally right before we started, and I was just like, "Why?
What do you have to lose?
It's plenty enough. It's good enough." I'm like, I find myself arguing with these things. I scroll past them really fast. I'm like, "Get out of here! I don't need you.
All right.
Not yet, at least."
Well, that's for the video to talk.
I'm sure I will at some point.
the video would help us. Billy's
It would
right.
help you.
Yeah.
But what's the downside?
Just see a technique thing.
Honestly, what's the
Because
downside?
I can film it and then edit it. So like
Don't even. It's like you
You're
go
cheating
to
yourself.
like a swing coach for golf. You know,
a swing goes.
like you watch it and then you see what it is that you need to work on, and then maybe you put it out there. You find a coach, you show the coach.
Crowdsource.
Exactly.
There's
and
got to
then
be sex coaches. out
Everybody's
there.
gonna have
Obviously.
tips.
For
There
sure. Oh, 100%. There has to be. I mean, you had the sex therapist who came on here and
But,
was
like-
describing everything that everyone needs to do.
But is there
Vulva.
someone like most people? I feel like couch it the way she did, of like, I will help you encompass all of this and spirituality, and like, I want someone that's like, no, what I do, I make you fuck better.
Oh,
Whoa.
Right.
I am
market.
sex.
aggressive.
Like, I am a sex coach. I am here for one thing
So-
and one thing only.
I would think, but see, here's the issue. Now I don't want to Google it, A, on our company computers,
Yeah.
or
It's for
B, on
work.
my phone.
It's research.
Because
It's a
I
great
don't want
cheat
the
code we have.
algorithm
It's
to,
for work, my friend.
to switch too much.
I'll Google it.
because,
I'm not
all right,
afraid.
you go
What
for
are
it.
you
Because I
Googling?
think you.
Sex coaches.
I have
South
to
Florida.
imagine they exist.
I gotta tell you, if you do that, the ads are gonna go up
Only gonna go more.
exponentially.
Yeah, this is going to actually work opposite of what
This
you want.
is not
Yeah.
gonna help.
Well, he
the
already
way
said
you
it out
think
loud,
is.
so
See,
now we're
there are-
all going to get those ads.
Sex therapists near me, like they see therapy.
But you don't think
this is
that-
all like they
Well,
couch it?
No,
under
but hold on a
this.
second.
Why
'cause
don't
that
you-
was
why
a
don't you-
general
hold on a
conversation for
second.
everybody. But you don't think that if you and your wife together were to go to a sex therapist
And be like, I don't
that-
need any of the emotional stuff.
that's their-
Tell me how to
right
fuck better.
Yeah,
What?
you don't think that sex therapist would be able to
I feel like
point you in the right direction, ask
would
questions to each of you about what
Maybe.
you want? No different than like a couples counseling would
Maybe.
be, except it would just be.
But I
about
want someone
sex.
who advertises out there like, this is what I do, and I'm like aggressively.
It could be you. You just said that you're good at it. You don't need the help.
Once
And
again,
then you
that's-
also used to be a
that's true.
you also be a high school baseball coach. So you have the coaching experience.
Everybody needs a side hustle.
I feel like it could be you.
I'm
Chris
like I
Cody,
said, Billy's not,
sex coach.
You've said worse ideas.
Yeah.
You've
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
you have
agree
balls
with that.
before. No,
I don't know that
you have.
necessarily
I'm sure
bad
you have.
ideas. I'm
Yeah.
just,
I mean, worse than
I'm trying to help you. Maybe a side hustle, a little side income there.
little
extra-
Maybe it
extra
takes
quiche.
off. Yeah. You got to start with the tape. That's where it all begins. You
Correct.
start with the tape, and then people see. It's
Maybe-
like advertising.
Exactly. Maybe you
Ground
put the tape
floor,
out
yeah.
there, and those guys are like, yo, this guy puts it down.
Yeah.
This guy F's.
Yeah, this guy F's. Let's call him so he can help me F.
Exactly right.
you do.
Yeah.
And then you're known as the Effer.
It seems like it. Seems like a good idea.
I like
Chris
this
the
idea.
effer Cody.
I don't think there's a downside to this.
Yeah.
Can't see how
We'll
there is.
circle back.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
Just
question
throw it
for
out
you
there.
guys. An office question, and this is not related to the last segment that we had, but it's related to a dear friend of ours who is a member of the hockey show, but I don't think has ever been on Mystery Crate.
Rose?
Yes.
Yes. So I was talking to Rose, and she was telling me how she was a little bit disappointed that a couple of nights ago or a week ago or whenever it was, the crew went out after hours to a karaoke place, but she was unable to sing karaoke because she didn't get there on time, or they got there after they had already closed up the submissions. And I'm asking you guys what you think, because this is more of an office question, so I'm kind of taking straw polls. I asked Rose, when's your birthday? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I don't remember the answer. It's later this year, though, I think. Or
early next year.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what the answer was.
It's coming up.
Exactly.
Sometime within the next year.
It's in the future.
Yeah.
So I said, Rose, I think for your birthday, because this happened to you and we all feel so bad, we should get together and buy you a karaoke machine for the office.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if you guys think that's
That's
a
like-
good idea or a
Are you
or a
actually going
bad
to pay
idea.
for it?
Bad
Are you going to
idea.
put money on
It's
it?
not
are.
about that part.
It's not about the money.
paying for it is a whole
Yeah,
other
it's
conversation.
like-
Is she going to
like-
keep it here, or can she bring it
No,
home?
no,
If
no.
it's
This is
for
strictly-
the
strictly
office,
for the office.
absolutely
This
not.
is like
Billy.
buying.
Strictly-
This is like buying a
strictly
young kid a
office.
drum.
bet
drum
she
You can't
set.
take it home, huh?
Bad
Yeah,
idea.
This is a terrible idea.
I bet Rose can sing.
I don't know. Well, it's not just for Rose. I mean, if it's at the office, anyone can use it, right?
is a
It becomes
nightmare.
a community karaoke machine that's here in the office.
Should we have Rose sing something for us?
I feel like it builds
Test her out.
Like,
team
wait, on
morale.
Mystery Crate right now?
Does it not build team morale? I feel like
know
it's
she
good
is.
for everybody.
Going out to a karaoke bar could build team morale, but
Yeah,
I
but
think doing
sometimes you get there
karaoke
too
in
late.
the office is maybe not the best
Why not?
idea.
Maybe it's like a Wednesday.
Just
maybe,
make sure you give them the right
know,
address. Otherwise, it's your fault that you gave them the wrong address because they can't look it up themselves.
Maybe it's a Wednesday.
If you gave somebody the wrong address to go to a bar, it is your
If
fault.
you give
Yeah,
Rose the
absolutely.
wrong address and she goes to the wrong place,
Hold on.
it's
They're an
Did you
adult.
give Rose the wrong address?
No, she went to the right place. We all went to the right
He was
place.
doing a hypothetical.
It's just we had gone to see the fireworks at Marlins Park, and it was by the time we got out.
geez. I mean, like,
Yeah.
look, big we, huh?
Everybody's friends here except us.
yeah. When did
Well, yeah,
that happen?
Yeah.
They like each other.
I like people.
The fuck's going on?
Is it everybody that's not on air
People liking people.
are friends?
Anyway, so you guys went to Marlins Park to watch the fireworks, and then you went to do karaoke, but you got
went
there
to
too late.
karaoke at this place. But for some reason, like since we had the next day off, it was the holiday. Like
Yeah.
I had it in my brain, like weekend hours.
was a weekend.
Yeah, but then I get there and the guy's only there till 12, and then since
Well,
we got there
hold
so
on.
late, it was packed, and there was so many people singing, they wouldn't let us sing.
So this was your fault. You got there at the wrong time because you were thinking it was a different day of the week.
No, because we waited till the fireworks to end. Then we
One
went
thing
straight
we
from
know, it wasn't Mike's fault. Okay, Billy.
But he just said that he was thinking it was a weekend.
No,
so
but
that it was
that's- but that's why,
different
like, in my
hours.
That's a
brain, I-
mistake that he made, but that doesn't make it his fault, Billy.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you
no,
understand
thank
like,
you,
how this
thank
works? He made a lot of mistakes, but it's not his
We
fault.
were getting there at the time, no matter what, because I wanted to see the fireworks at Marlins Park. So
Right.
it didn't matter. Like, it's irrelevant that I had my mind. I just thought the guy would go on longer than he was because I thought it was a weekend.
6 mistakes, not your
So
fault.
it was gonna be a problem for you whether it was the weekend hours
Yeah,
or
correct.
the weekday
Because
hours, no matter what.
I,
So there was
I had
no
gone to
mistake.
Marlins Park to watch the
man's
fireworks.
clear.
I was not leaving until those fireworks were
No,
over.
hold on a
Right.
second. Had it been a weekend, you would have gotten there on time, probably.
Well, the guy might have had more extended hours. It's not my fault that he didn't want to stay
Who's
late.
the guy?
The guy who was doing the karaoke.
Is it like the person owns the karaoke machine?
Yeah.
These are the things that we avoid if we just get one for the office. And I'm telling you, I think it builds team morale. Maybe it's like I don't know.
You know what? You're starting to sway me.
I don't know how many. I don't want to reveal too much information, but maybe like it's a day that we want to come into like our post show productions that we all do. We all have different shows that we do, and maybe we want to just have great energy. Like we're gonna go into like Because Miami, but before Because Miami, we want to like have like an upper of a song to come in, and then we're like we crush it. Like Billy
We
comes
sure
in.
as hell need that.
Billy comes in, we all sing a song together, whatever, and then we go and,
Or we start a production meeting a half hour earlier, and everybody
you
gets
go.
a chance that's on
That's
air.
an idea.
you
Or
know?
some-
or
or-
actually the behind the scenes people. They're the ones who handle it.
or sometimes our meetings end a little bit earlier, and then we have like 20 minutes before the show starts.
like,
and we
boom,
just
karaoke
quick
time.
karaoke sesh.
How
you
about
know?
once a week we have a meeting that you have to do in song?
Karaoke meeting.
You have to express your concerns.
That's a good
in
idea.
song.
The
See?
song
Like that.
plays, and you have to
Because if you're-
sing to the tune of that with whatever
And if-
your ideas
if
are.
you
Jeremy, how are
if you
you
really
feeling
care.
this week with work? And you're like, I'm hurt. And some song like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sad emo song. Of
Yeah, I
some
mean,
sort.
that would normally be how it goes.
Yeah. Why are you sad? You sad boy?
No, I was relating to Mike kind of losing it, this being his breaking point.
Ooh, he could sing "Lose Yourself."
I was like, oh yeah,
you know
this
what?
is what happens.
I
whenever
understand why
everybody
Fuentes
piles
is frustrated.
on. Yeah, I get it.
Why?
Ethan talked on air this week.
Yep,
Another
that's what
one
it
got
is.
on air.
Oh,
Another one? So you just said another
Another one.
got on there?
another one.
Ethan
Fuentes
did-
doesn't like when people.
No, Ethan,
Are you the gatekeeper for
No.
who gets on air?
Ethan did enough to sink himself. I didn't need to do. I didn't need to do anything. Yeah.
How the Packers do it?
I was told this morning to buy low on Ethan. I'm just gonna say.
No, I didn't say that.
Who gave you that
Taylor.
information?
Taylor said buy low on
Buy
low
Ethan.
on
He's
Ethan.
going places.
Right.
Well, that's Fuentes' other complaint. I would say it's probably a little self promotion on that end too.
What? Mike's not going anywhere.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm like about to retire from everything.
Why?
Boy.
any hopes and dreams out the window. At this point.
No.
In life?
Yeah, I'm just done.
Or professionally?
Welcome to the club, brother.
Starts with professionally, and
Well, why? Well, hold on. Why are you so sad?
you know,
What's when I don't?
getting blamed for things that had nothing to do.
But
with.
you just
Right.
said that you
Nothing to
didn't.
do
You said
with
you had nothing to do with it, so it
I
shouldn't
mean,
bother you that
Yeah,
much,
but-
unless you
but
do
that's-
feel
that's-
some
that's
guilt.
why
and
it
then
bo-
it
that's-
bother you.
20
That's why it bothers you
I'm
because
telling
no
you.
matter how many logical arguments you make,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's your fault, and that's fine.
Do you realize the relief you're gonna feel, my man?
Once
in
you let
just
everything
this?
go?
No, ready for it? I'm gonna say it, and then you say it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say sex.
I made a mistake.
I'm sorry that Mike didn't double check his information.
I mean,
He
my
did.
God,
He double checked
man.
with you. You were the double check. He thought a certain thing, and he double checked with you. You were the double check.
If I can come to
I'm sorry
Fuentes' defense,
trusted me.
The difference.
at this point, I do think that there is if he expresses any doubt, even if he says I'm 99% sure.
These texts were very, very clear.
No, that's a separate conversation. Interpreting the text is another part of it because your information, Mike Fuentes, should have been right.
Should've
But
got-
it wasn't.
should've
But
got
it
a
wasn't,
reminder the
and
day
that's
of.
okay. Look, it wasn't, and that's all right because when you shared any level of doubt, you say 99% sure, you don't then turn and go to the person as if you know you are 100% sure. And so I can understand why your frustration is with the idea that Mike wanted to express the hey, I'm so sorry I can't be here to begin with, because you, in your view, you're like, well, hold on, before saying that, you shouldn't just be 99% sure that this isn't a surprise. You should be 100% sure.
When I apologize for things I'm not going to, I usually just don't go to him and then I send the text after.
Are you? Wait, you're not going to this?
No, I am.
No,
Oh, you're
but
saying
he's saying
he
No,
should have
absolutely.
apologized
That's what he
after the
should
fact.
Yeah. Hey, man, sorry I missed it.
So Rose's birthday September
That would be
28th.
the
So we have to decide
Oh,
before
wow, we only
September
have-
28th if we want to do this whole karaoke machine
in.
or not. Do we want one that lights up? What do we want to do?
Do you want one that
I feel like we can get a
has
if-
like discs?
If there's a bunch of us throwing in, we could probably get a good one for like
probably
cheap.
could.
per
A
person.
karaoke machine is basically probably
There we
these
go.
days is just a Bluetooth machine with lights and a microphone.
Don't say it
right?
unless you know, though.
No, I'm just guessing.
You're
Like,
99% sure.
He's just no. He got out on the front and he
because-
said he's
because
just guessing.
A karaoke machine now wouldn't come with like preloaded songs, right? I don't think.
That's my because I think they have ones that have like discs of the most popular songs, but
What year?
those
is
get
it?
outdated real quick.
2002. Yeah. Like,
Huh?
Now that's what I call music.
yeah.
Looks like
Oh,
there's some
man.
Bluetooth involved
good-
here.
There has to be a
Now
Bluetooth.
Yeah,
that's
my
like-
daughter has one that's just a microphone, and you can play the songs from your phone, and it just comes out of her.
here's
So
one
how
for-
do you find the karaoke?
There's one here for
versions? You just go to
$100.
YouTube?
Yeah,
See, yeah, that I don't know. How
yeah
that would be
Bluetooth
that.
connectivity. This one has a radio.
Wow.
Ooh, you can record.
What, you
Just in case
record
you want to.
yourself?
Yeah, just in case you want to relive how awful you sound.
I did karaoke
great.
with Mike Fuentes in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah,
remember
no.
you guys said that you just it was on the street.
What
right?
did we sing?
We sang Backstreet
Backstreet Boys. Yeah. Backstreet's back.
Definitely sang Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, me, him, and Juju
Yeah, it was a fun time.
in a some promotional trailer.
Yeah, it was for a company.
Yeah.
And then Stugatz got mad looking for us because we were just singing Backstreet Boys. We had to go back to do something.
Oh wow, Stugatz was looking for you
Well,
guys. For
no,
once.
it was
Stugatz for once wasn't the one we were.
it was
looking
because they had like that 2-tiered
I remember,
pickup
yeah.
thing. So it was like he was here, we were there, and
What was the place that Radio Row was at this year?
Mandalay Bay.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I saw the Mirage close, but it wasn't the Mirage.
No.
You know the buildings look similar, right?
Like
All the
gold.
buildings
Nah,
look
it's
similar
just
to me.
neon lights and whatnot.
A lot of gold.
I don't know.
A lot of gold.
Anyway,
I'm going
I ain't
around
doing
like
anything.
automatically assuming that the Super Bowl is in Vegas every year now. Like I was someone.
New
was
Orleans is
talking-
gonna be fun.
I know, but I just automatically assumed Vegas because I'm like, man, next year when I go, and I'm like, wait, they moved that around.
But yeah, but New Orleans is gonna be fun.
Shorter-
They have that.
That's a good one.
Shorter trip too.
Yeah. What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh no, we got 10 minutes.
So one thing that my original topic that I told you before we started recording that I was gonna say was, Billy, I'm surprised how you get these because you're a pretty mellow guy.
Thanks.
Right?
You don't know me.
But you get these outbursts of energies.
I do?
Like before we were, please do your Jameis Winston thing real quick. The same thing. Yeah. So I just look at him. Where does Billy get these bursts of energy where he just does the most ridiculous things?
I had a little bit of soda before we started.
That's it?
No, I was sitting back there, and I for whatever reason, this football was here, and I just started kind of doing my Jameis Winston workout impression, and I was just trying to entertain myself. I was bored, so it was like,
what does that look like?
It's like
take
this.
the snap,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then, so you take the snap,
Yep.
and then you're just
So he's like as if he was a quarterback scrambling around the pocket while in a
Yes,
chair.
Exactly. Doing a lot of ducking, a lot of moving.
Do these workouts?
As if this is a real drill quarterbacks do in a
Correct.
chair. I don't hate it.
No, not in the chair, but Jameis will do those.
I get what you're talking about. Where he's where you're moving around a pocket, right? You're doing it in a chair though, but that is honestly looks. It's
not bad.
But see, if you had never been in this office, Billy is sitting over there by cooler during breaks half the time, right? And you wouldn't think that this is the actual guy.
Yeah.
You've known him for years, so he's like prone to
Billy's
things.
as reckless as I see Billy is when he's throwing a ball. Like in our old studio, we would be in the HQ part, and he would just fling a ball up at a light or something. He's generally I know him to be a careful person.
Not at a light.
But when it comes to lights and equipment, he has that's
If
when he
there's-
lets loose.
No.
He does not give a shit about his environment.
No. That's false.
Listen,
if there's a curtain around that can stop pack a punch, I'll sling something at a curtain if I can.
Listen, it's my second day working at Meadowlark. We're at the Clevelander still.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Ooh, story time. I'm gonna close my eyes.
I'm sitting there at a table.
Trump.
Hildy's there.
The thing
Kristen's
is,
there.
I'm trying to figure
Billy
out which
decides-
this is because there's a lot. There's
I
a
was
lot
there?
of these.
Maybe, but I remember Billy.
We knew we were moving already,
Yeah, we
right?
knew we were moving, and Billy
Okay.
just decides, I'm gonna punt this football
Yeah,
into
that's
the
right. He
ceiling.
used to punt. He used to just kick the football
Dude, he just
up
kicks the
into
shit out of
ceiling.
it right through the tile.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
I did not kick it through a tile. There was
It almost went in the ceiling where the bird was.
No,
a bird in there.
There was a bird.
Yeah.
There was a bird stuck in the ceiling.
he just punts it, and I'm like, okay.
No,
Like,
there
he
was
just-
there was a film or something that existed there, but it was going to be gotten rid of. So we could have fun.
It was just so reckless.
I thought you were going to talk about the time that I swung a driver and hit a golf ball.
No, I know. I wasn't there for
what,
that.
my guy?
Yeah, I wasn't
It was
there for
into
that.
a curtain. I missed the curtain, but it was into the curtain.
It was supposed to hit the.
I hit a box, but it was into a curtain. No one was in the room at the time. They were, but it was behind me. It was safe.
It's how Billy lets loose. I let loose with 7 shots at Flanagan's.
Yes.
Billy lets loose just
I
chucking
just kind
a
of
golf ball at a.
just
Well,
gotta keep the swing,
that's-
intact.
That's my story when I knew that me and Chris Cody were going to be boys. Where it's at Moss, and we're just coming off the stage, and I hadn't talked to you much because you're busy. You're saying hi to people, and you just look over at me. You're like, shots. I'm like, hell yeah. And then that was it. I'm like, this guy, me and Cody, pals. And that's the same night I met Jeremy's brother, who looks just like Jeremy, but
yeah,
with a
he
disguise
does.
on.
What
Yeah.
a night!
Yeah, he really does look like me with the disguise. Although now that I
pretty funny.
have
Fantastic,
grown
like,
my mustache
against
slightly,
anybody.
now we just look even more like
Does
each
he look
other.
the same? Like he still has the big mustache, long hair,
Yeah, he still has a big mustache and long hair.
and the glasses too. It literally looks
Yeah.
like you in disguise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, I understand why you think that because we really do look very, very, very similar.
Does your brother have talents like you do? Because you're like a singer. You're
He's funny. Like he's way funnier than I'm not funny.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not. And so he's funny. I'm not. He's way, way, way funnier than me. I'm trying to think. He's
Like
also
athlete,
like a
you were
very
probably-
good
were
public
you-
speaker.
you
I
did
was the better
baseball,
athlete.
okay.
Although he would probably get upset if I said that. But he would agree on baseball in particular. I
What
was
was
a
his
better
sport?
athlete.
I don't know, we're getting
No,
into
he
the
also
weeds
played
here, but I
baseball.
like it.
He also played baseball.
Just less good.
Yeah, just less good. That's pretty much it.
you know
just
that-
less good at baseball?
you know
Which
that
is
when
a
you-
shame? I feel bad about that.
When you
but
get
No, you
get Googled, it says musical artist
big
Yeah, he's
yikes.
under Jeremy's
Chris
name.
Cody? Oh,
No, under Jeremy's name.
Yeah,
Chris Cody.
I used to do music
Sex coach.
sometimes, like for real.
That's the next
coach.
Sex coach.
I think I could do it.
Why do you describe
your ambition.
How did you describe yourself on the internet as a musical artist?
Well, he has music.
I
out
didn't
there.
describe myself as that, but it was because I had put songs on like Spotify and Apple Music before
You
that
type in
were
Jeremy
original
Taché,
songs.
You can find real music out there.
I would really appreciate if we didn't. Though.
No, I've listened
I
to it.
would
It's
like
good.
the audience to not do that. I've tried to scrub most of it.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Vulnerable.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
think you
little,
shy
like,
away
too
from the
earnest.
music. You make a song like every other week
except
that we play on the show.
But
Those
that's
are
not.
parodies.
I'm not trying to be like good. I'm just making something that's. No, I'm
Can I
trying to
take
do
a
as
poll?
well as I can there.
I'm gonna ask Fuentes. Fuentes,
Okay.
do you think that Jeremy is trying to sound good in the parody
Oh,
songs that he does?
Hold on a second
No,
before
I
we
know
take that
it's a
poll. I'm
one-man
definitely
poll.
trying to
Yeah, I
sound
know he
good.
does, yeah.
That's not. I'm not trying to debate that.
Those are more ridiculous.
Yeah, this was me writing music,
Like you
and
sing about
putting it out there.
heartbreak,
A whole bunch of
love.
different-
No, let's
yeah,
not do this
But
to
also,
him.
No,
I can't see anything.
This is
There's a
big.
camera in my way.
It's
Also
he has a
political things.
profile on NBA.com.
yeah, I do
Yeah,
because
for
I'm a
his-
broadcaster in the
from his
NBA.
heat-
Yeah, he
his
works
heat
for-
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Sometimes
does
I
that
think
have
we
to do
forget
with what
that.
we're talking about?
It's
the
just
one
he
thing.
Googled me
Just
and now started finding things.
He's my friend, and this also mentions Camp Fiesta.
Oh
which you wanted
yeah,
to talk
hey,
about.
thanks for tuning me up for that. I do really appreciate it.
It mentions Cap Fiesta.
Yeah, it does. I said it's something that I love.
Hey, you got
on
engaged.
NBA.com. I did. I got what? I did get engaged at
I'm
one
just
point.
looking
Now I'm
at
married.
pictures.
So Camp Fiesta.
So
us
Camp
about it.
Fiesta. So some of you might remember this from last year, but Billy laughing. at
Something else in the bio.
I found
you
you. I
find?
found you singing on YouTube.
Yeah, I probably have multiple things on YouTube
I'm
still.
sorry. You
which
did a
is-
very piss poor job of scrubbing the internet. of
No, I
this.
scrubbed the
It's
most
on your
embarrassing
YouTube
Internet
page.
is forever.
What I'm
your
saying
YouTube
is,
page.
I like the most
the one who's on the
embarrassing
beach.
earnest stuff is gone, but now there's funny things from like high school and probably a music video from when I was like 21.
Anyway, sorry, Camp.
Nonetheless,
Fiesta,
Camp Fiesta, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a 9-day sleepaway summer camp for children with cancer based down here in South Florida. My family's been involved with it for what is now 39 years. This is the 39th year of Camp Fiesta. My uncle was the original director. Now my mom and dad both run the entire program. My brother and I are both counselors there. And what's really great about it in terms of the family of Camp Fiesta is that outside of my brother and I and one other counselor, all of the counselors are former campers. So people who beat cancer themselves, were cancer patients in their youth, have grown up, are adults, and want to give back themselves. And so the camp is entirely free for every single camper. And that's through fundraising. That's through dealing with some of our bigger donors, but also small donations. I did want to bring up, and this is not, I promise, and I'm looking into the camera as I say this, please, if you cannot afford it, do not donate. Like, I am not asking for your money if you're not someone who can afford to give. But
If you can
if
afford.
you can afford to give,
We're asking.
campfiesta.com/donate is where you could donate. And I can tell you the money will go directly toward making a really wonderful experience for a child who has dealt with one of the worst things you can deal with in childhood, which is battling cancer. Some of the kids who are at camp are still going through that battle. Some of them are in remission.
There's
But
just
it's a
one
really special
person
thing
working
to be
there
a part of.
that hasn't.
Between like in terms
just
of
weird 'cause you're
the
like,
other counselors.
there's
No,
one
because it's
person
also it's me and my brother, and then it's one other counselor who has been there like from the
Oh, okay.
beginning since before it started being enough, campers that have grown into adults.
Yeah.
And so it's really special. Like I grew up there, have gone every summer to just like
I'm
hang out for
imagining in my
several years.
mind without the losing weight part, heavyweights. You
Yeah.
guys have a blob.
Yeah. So what stinks is that this year, and actually this is part of the reason I'm even asking for donations, is that this year the campsite that we normally spend our time at, where the cabins are and everything, is getting redone by the state park that
Now Ben
we normally
Stiller
stay
owns
at.
it.
Yeah.
And they're
We
gonna come
didn't
in and
find
they're gonna
out.
Stab the blob.
Yeah, well, that would be a nightmare because all of the things that are there are really crucial to what we do. But every year we normally bring the kids up to Orlando for a couple of days to go to the theme parks. But otherwise, we stay at these cabins in Fort Lauderdale. And since those are being redone, we didn't find out until about a month before camp. And so we've had to revamp everything. And now we're staying at a hotel.
Gatz' house.
It's very pricey.
Yeah.
And so we've had to spend a lot more money than we wanted to. Next year is our 40-year anniversary. We want to do it big. So appreciate
You need
it
money.
to anybody that is willing to donate.
good cause.
It is,
The
I
big
promise, a
4-0.
very good cause. And yeah, I thank you guys for giving me a chance to talk about it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's a good thing. Please.
Now we have a minute and 45.
Yeah, I was. It's kind of why I was trying to
try to-
extend it out, but
Yeah,
I.
yeah.
More
gotta
filler.
say that.
Like more filler.
You're doing a good thing, and I'm proud
Thanks.
of you for doing that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks. It's a special group of people.
Now,
Did you have a concert in a backyard?
I performed at sororities when I was in college.
Oh.
see if Fuentes, if while promoting that we gave the wrong website, it would be our fault.
Yeah.
If they went to the wrong website.
Campfiesta.com/donate.
Yeah.
Look, here you are on a stage at a sorority party.
Yeah, man.
Big thanks to Pi Beta Phi.
Did you clean up in high school with being the singer?
What?
I mean,
Yeah, my man.
What?
Okay.
What?
What? Did he after a set? Would he have to clean up after? Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
have
I mean,
someone
guys, come
to-
on, get your head out of the gutter.
Oh.
What were you guys talking
Well,
about?
like a
Yeah,
janitor?
You have to be like the set. You have to be your roadie. You have to be the performer, and then you have to clean up after.
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
It's great cleanup on that thing they just did there.
I was really good at that.
Wow, you got to perform at Cypress Idol?
What?
Yeah, man.
That's big.
I don't know what to say about
was the
this,
Colin
but
Powell?
I could.
Wait,
If you-
I could,
if you
I
had to
could
sing a
kind of
song-
sing.
Simon
Powell.
Cowell.
If
Colin
you-
Powell's the politician.
If you had to sing a song right
Wait,
now,
what?
I just made
a
Simon
Secretary,
Cowell.
Yeah.
former
God,
Secretary
I
of
haven't done
Defense.
so long.
Colin Powell.
just pick one right now, or the building blows up. Give me. Like, what are you singing?
I
To
did.
America. Is
it
I had a
Colin?
I had a cover
Colin's
that I
a
would
body
do
part.
actually of
in the
Whitney
Powell.
Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
That
was
works.
stripped
All
down
right.
on a
Now I
piano. It
know.
was
Oh,
fun.
there you go.
When we get the karaoke machine, you have to sing.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
We got to dance. Somebody.
I'm not singing at all.
That
I know that. I
karaoke
know that's
machine is going to be
contrary to
electric.
popular. It's gonna be great. I think we have to get it.
It's going to be terrible.
You've totally
It's gonna be
changed my
so
mind. I'm all the
awesome.
way in.
I won't be here for any of it, but you guys will have a great time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Billy.
Okay, goodbye.